So, sorry, I'm a little out of it. It's been a little frustrating right now. I've been trying to help out a friend of mine. He's been setting up a webpage basically to help orphans out. But the biggest thing is we just can't find a homepage for him.
Oh no. All right, I'm in the footage.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
That was a little dark there.
It was either that. Listen, I live in the roughest. It was either that or talking about the.
See,
my neighborhood is not as easy as I thought it was. I thought this was a very gentle neighborhood. It's actually a little on the rougher side than I thought. I mean, for God's sakes, I found this crowbar in my front yard the other day. I never saw so many drunk birds in my life.
there you go. See, Mike says he was waiting on the dad jokes. We went from dark to apparent punchlines.
Well, I'll be your father figure. No.
Oh boy. Oh, I'll be talking about Walmart this week. Just you wait. And Larkin will be on next week's show. We'll be doing an evening with Larkin's Lair. I'm really looking forward to that show because I really want to know about his 3D printing process and stuff he's got in the.
It's a machine that goes.
Yeah, his channel's really been taking off, and he's got a lot of really cool shorts out there. So check out his channel and check out those shorts. Winston, what's going on? Good, buddy. And what's going on to everybody hanging out with us in the chat? It's Thursday night. We're Figure Action. If you're watching us here live on YouTube, do a few things for us. One, hop in that live chat over there. We already got some cool folks. We got Mr. Third Party Unlimited, Antoine Lewis in here hanging out with us. We'll be highlighting your comments, chatting with you all throughout the course of the show. And make sure you drop a like button. Smack that like button if you would. Ring that notification bell. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, check out our link in the description below. We've got a Teespring store. We've got some of the best priced podcast merch. We got some cool shirts designed by our buddy Joe Crab. We got one by Dave. We got one by me. So yeah, check those out. And it helps us out, and you're going to look good doing it.
T-Man just left to go order another shirt.
I need to order a few more shirts. Princeton Phalanx says, Lazy Eyebrow has his 3D printer playing songs of it. Huh? And what's going on, action figure dude? All right, without further ado, let's get into how everybody's doing and find out what cool things you acquired this week. Starting off with Trustarscreamer, who did not get a H.I.S.S. tank. Dave, how the hell are you?
We think the plumbing thing is finally going to be done by Sunday. We got the pump in. We got to get a GFCI circuit outside to power the thing. That's why that circuit, I could not order the H.I.S.S. tank because that thing was $590 and the H.I.S.S. tank was $399, so, or $299 and some $50 for shipping. But aside from that, it's actually been pretty good as far as the acquisitions go. I actually went to Walmart and surprise, I found the Splinter Shredder 2-pack, which was two of the ones I was missing.
I didn't realize you didn't get that because they've reissued it.
That's why I just got this from the reissue.
Well, no, I mean like a few months ago reissued.
Yeah,
I know. It's
well, no, this was the second one of that one because they also reissued all the Turtles, and then I figured I've been on the hunt for the Ultimate Casey Jones figure, the Ultimate Movie Casey Jones.
Oh, nice.
So I found these, and she's got the good knees, by the way. She does not have inverted kneecaps. Though, ironically, like right after I bought this, I found the Casey Jones thing on eBay from a guy in West Virginia who it's now being sent to me. So I got two Casey Joneses, but this is... I was about to return the set, but as weird as it is, I love the little sketch paintings right here.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Absolute perfect... reproductions of that. So
you couldn't say accessories.
Yeah, the accessories. Huh?
I was laughing because it was like the word accessories is so ingrained in your vernacular, and you were like searching for the word, and I was like, wait.
Well, no, it's not the accessory. I love this accessory, but these are perfect reproductions of the painting, like the scale of it.
Oh,
Like these are impressive as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I spent $60 for 2 little small pictures, but
You kind of did.
I don't feel like I'm not ready to take this back just yet.
You needed April.
Mike Rogers is doing a Dave joke out there.
Yeah, and you know what? This is I think a better April with these legs. Then I did get a box from Big Bad Toy Store today. I got from Archcore the Starfell Squad. The Starfell Squad, which of course I know Deluxe got it ages ago and he already reviewed.
Hey there, everybody.
I got the Other Wolf. So I'm really excited to add to my Berserker. I got the little Action Force weapon set. So to make my Punisher and Hydra Troopers and my actually add to my GI Joes too. And then finally, I got the little Big Bad Toy Store sticker.
Yeah, I got one in my last order.
Well, they got a contest going with these, I think, somewhere. I have to re-look that up. And this is, I hopefully will be the last Monster Arts I ever have to buy.
Have to buy.
I'll look for that.
Well, I mean, this is the Gigan from the Final Wars. This is the Godzilla from Final Wars, and I love this Mecha Godzilla. I mean, I'm not like a big Monster Arts fanatic. Like I said, I got the King Kong, and I sold that not even 3 days later. I still have that Godzilla, but I haven't put it on display. And finally, whatever you do, never let your kid find the bleach, because look what the heck happens to their hair. No. No, she got her yellow belt, and so we told her we'd dye her hair, and it became a misadventure. And she's going to a hair salon on Saturday to kind of fix things up. So,
Yeah, it was supposed to be blue, but ended up green.
So next Thursday, it'll be blue. I kid you not.
Green
I
is
will
better.
come back next week and have different hair.
And now we can never be monetized because we put a kid in our channel.
We put a kid in our child. What? Now we'll never. Now we'll really never be monetized.
Right.
Wow.
T-Man.
She-Hulk was good.
T-Man, how the hell are you?
That was messed. That was
Okay. I have no involvement with whatever Dave was just talking about. But I've been awesome. I found the things that I wanted were acquired. Like one of them being this Black Adam right here.
Shazam.
Looks just like him. Look at that.
Yeah.
I took his head off and put it on my foundation body.
The fact it's not digital face paint, I think, is the most impressive thing, having seen it in the store.
I don't know. Sometimes I think they do it, but they don't advertise it.
Yeah. I don't know. The way Todd is, you would think he'd be like all about it if he was doing it.
We are talking about Todd this week, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
This one, I can't tell. The eyes are so shiny, like. But I did get Goose Meowsles. I like his guns. That's the main reason why I got it.
They are impressive biceps, I have to say, and the pistols are nice too.
Kevin found these for me last night and brought them to me. I could have ordered them on Team Amazon, but getting them the next day was awesome.
Instant gratification.
It's a hoverboard called the Drift Board, and 2 skateboards with a back bling, and they're only like $13. But here is
only.
I opened the hoverboard already. It comes with a stand. You can put it on there. It has 2 stand ports at the bottom. Plus, there's like 2 different slots where you can have it slide it like this or slide it like that.
That's really like the slots.
It's fully painted and thick, not cheap feeling plastic.
Well, for 13, it better be.
Yeah. And well, you get more, it feels like, with the two skateboards. And the packaging flips inside out. You get a little skate ramp right there.
That's
Yeah.
And the other one, you get like a little concrete snowboarding looking ramp. ExtraZero found this for me.
Yay.
The Tyrannosaurus Century. I opened it, put it back in there. For some crazy ass reason, Larkin Blair, I was like, he asked, did I review this? And I was like, the only way I'm going to review that is if it showed up at my house. And here it is at my house. He sent the Amazon style, slapping the label directly on the box. But I can see at the top he got it at a good price, so that's the plus side right there. But I was able to get. How did I get this? Oh, TM Reviews found Override and then sent it to me. And yesterday, because of Michael Rogers, they were restocking. They brought out a bunch of stock at Walmart, but then I left because I got tired of waiting to see if they were going to bring out the Transformers one. I told Michael Rogers they had latest wave of G.I. Joe Classified, and he actually needed them, so I went back in there. And when I went in there, they had a new palette of toys out, and they had a whole case. So I grabbed this, a clamp down for somebody. Well, this is for me. And one of the G.I. Joe I traded for, what's her face right here? Road Rocket.
Road Rocket, thank you.
Yeah. And I think, so now I got 3 of these people. I put up a review randomly for Dirt Box for Throwback Thursday.
I completely forgot. I also got the Nemesis Prime. Forgot
How
about
can you forget that high ass price? But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. How was your week?
My week was fine, nothing too out of the usual. So kind of quiet. We had a house guest last weekend, which was fun, and now the pool, the salt cell generator on the pool's decided it wants to act up. So it's under warranty, but we're kind of going through the motions of getting the guy that installed it to actually take care of it. So thankfully, I don't think it's going to cost us anything, but not fun.
Nope.
I did drive myself nuts this week with Walmart because, like everybody else, I've been trying to complete the Velocitron stuff, and as of today, I am done. I'm done.
You want them all?
I did. Yeah, I actually, the least interesting one for me was Clampdown. But I felt like he was the last one that I had him in my haul last week, but he was like the one that was just like the most standard. Like I have every other version of the side swipe that's been done. But yeah, I just
I was kind of regretting not just keeping it for myself, looking at it.
it's very nice, and it's the only version of that mold that has the correct. So like the shoulder pieces here are actually white. So in the car mode towards the front fender, he's got the correct
Right.
color. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm not a chill review preview.
Oh, sorry, I'll take care of that.
There you go. I got it. I was gonna say I don't want to put myself on the spot doing chill reviews here. But yeah. So you can't see him. Let me turn off my green screen. But I guess if you know that the green screen is taking him out, you know who it's supposed to be.
No.
Turn off. Dude. Oh, I lost myself here. There we go. Yeah, so I got Road Hauler. I like him. I don't necessarily like this face because he's like permanently like, oh. Bah! But I like the color. I like the colors on them a lot. I like this like very Constructicon.
T-Man, is he frozen to you?
Yes.
Am I frozen?
You are frozen.
Oh, here. Let
For
me
us,
let me
I don't
refresh
know.
because when I took off this virtual background, it did some weird stuff.
Why? Hi there. Hey, do you have this action weapon thing, don't you, T-Man?
There you go.
Yeah.
You see me now?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Road Hauler. Now you can see him. Now you don't. Yeah. No, I like the deck.
Devastator.
He's downstairs, so I'm not running down for Devastator, but maybe I'll take a picture of him next to Devastator. Next up, I got, and I had this pre-ordered on Pulse, but I got the Scourge, and while this is a deviation of the Robots in the Sky Scourge, this is really just a Nemesis version of G2 Prime. I think that there's so many deco changes, this cannot be considered Scourge, but I digress. I like him. I like him better in hand than I was expecting. I think that the color scheme works for this toy. I just hope we get a proper Scourge. I'm sure the Japanese market will do that. I'm like hedging a bet on it that they'll fart one out under like premium finish. Today I completed this set with Override, and I think she's my favorite of all of these figures.
I believe TM Reviews agrees with you.
Because I also got Cosmos, who is also very, very, very good. But I think she's like top tier. I think she just feels the most substantial. The transformation is really, really fun. That's not to say this transformation isn't really, really fun, because it is. Shout out to Sportimus. He told me, like, be careful with these shoulder clips, because the way they're designed, they're breaking on some people. Like, I haven't seen like anything widespread, but if a few people's have broken, I just say caution on those. But the way you clip those, and you have to have the backpack oriented 100% correct. And man, is he good. He's like as good as any of the Masterpiece versions of Cosmos as far as like looks. I'm not kidding. The only detriment really is the waffles.
The articulation is the same too, except for the hands.
Yeah, except for the hands. I mean, I legitimately think, and I think he handles the head way better than any of the Masterpiece versions. Like, I really think the engineering on this is stellar. Like, I love how you unclip the arms, and you have to pull this backpack section out. If you don't pull the backpack out, he doesn't have the. Actually, yeah, he does have the clearance. But yeah. I love how they handle this, how you don't just push the head down, because in every Masterpiece version, that head would always find a way to get stuck or be difficult to pull out.
Especially the extra.
Yeah. So, yeah, no tools, no spudgers required for handling this guy. And Override's just the only thing I hate about this figure, and T said it very well in his review, is I don't think this constitutes as a Voyager. Had they given her like the Cyber Planet key and a little bit more, maybe some blast effects, I'd see it as a Voyager. This is just a big deluxe, but it's got substantial plastic, but very substantial plastic. Like this plastic, like the red plastic Hasbro typically uses, doesn't feel this sturdy. Like I don't want to say it's gummy, but it's typically like a little softer. This is hard red plastic. Like it really reminds me of how they used to make figures, like the way she's made. So highly recommend Cosmos and Override. If you can only get one or two, get Override. If you can get both, get Cosmos. Otherwise, I recommend them all.
And we're getting spam.
I took care of them. So that's what I got this week. So I can finally stop stalking Walmart. And the other day, the lady told me, like, if you're looking for stuff, you got to come back tomorrow. I think she saw me coming in, like, every day at lunch.
They don't even talk to me in Target no more.
Typically, they don't talk to me. Like, the one Walmart I went to, the guy was like, hey, Yeah, we got stuff in boxes all over the place. I wouldn't know where to begin to look because the way they've had their reset stuff, it literally is just in they have the boxes in the back. They're opening them up in the back. They're not leaving pallets out. They're coming out with random merch for the toy department and all, random boxes.
My store,
I'm trying to find that Azrael Batman right now. That's my hit. I think that's my only hit. And maybe Parallax.
I'll keep an eye out because McFarlane stuff doesn't really sell too much around here. Like I've found everything.
Not really.
My Walmart though is such a pain about getting stuff out.
Mine, they open the boxes in the back, but they still bring them out on a pallet. So I was happy when I went back in. It was like 3 people opening boxes, and I seen it. I'm like, am I gonna just be able to grab this without them noticing me?
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
The box was open already. I didn't have to use my keys. I just grabbed the 2 out and kept them.
Did you know the effect parts are compatible with the regular G.I. Joe figures?
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, they tried to do that on purpose, I believe. A lot of.
For $12, I am very pleased with this.
So,
I mean, McFarlane's charging $15 and $15 shipping.
Yeah. But to answer Mike's question, yeah, McFarlane is both in Target, Walmart, and Walgreens. Actually, carries some McFarlane stuff.
But
and GameStop.
They have exclusives at Target, and they have exclusives at Walmart. GameStop. And normally, if you can find the Walmart exclusive. I mean, the Target exclusives pretty well. It's the Walmart ones. It's a crap shoot of will that box ever be opened?
Yeah, I think the DC Direct stuff is exclusive to Target.
No,
it's not.
No, Parallax and Azrael are specifically Walmart exclusives.
And they're DC Direct.
I might blip out for a second.
Okay, they're DC Multiverse.
No, I'm talking about like how they have like the carryover of like DC Direct stuff. It's starting to show up in Targets here.
Those I've seen. No, the DC Directs I've seen only at GameStop.
Yeah, because I've seen them at Target, and then Page Punchers started showing up at Walmart, and the only thing that I've only seen at Walmart is the Superpower stuff.
The only one I want only the Page Punchers I want is Constantine.
If they had knees and elbows, I would have bought some by now.
Oh, they don't have knees and elbows? Never mind. Wait. No. I'm talking about the 12-inch ones. I mean, the 6-inch ones.
Oh, no. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, it's gold label, marker. It's gold label.
The 7-inch ones are just regular figures. I mean, the little ones.
Yeah, but they're making Constantine, which is... I mean,
I've seen him.
The Mezco one, but that thing's also like $90.
Yeah, it's just a shame Todd won't do soft goods in any way, shape, or form. Well, he did it for that one Batman.
Well, we'll talk about Todd later.
Yeah. He does it for other. What's his name from the video game? Henry Cavill, The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher.
He came with like a cloak that was soft goods.
Oh, I didn't realize. To be fair, I also didn't watch any of those reviews.
And that movie with the princess.
Princess Bride?
Yeah, she had a soft goods dress.
I am very pleased with this gun.
Very cool. Well, you know what I was very pleased with was Hasbro's Transformers fan stream the other day. Because there's no repaints as far as I can tell. So we can't do This Week in Repaints.
Okay. I prefer not to.
Let's get into it. Some of the stuff we've seen, some of it was it's new.
Heavy retool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a heavy retool. We'll get into that. First up, Skullgrin, who's a Voyager class. We've seen pictures, but not official photography.
It's terrible. Where is the paint? Think about that video you sent us.
Yeah, there's this guy who was not happy with any of these reveals and talking about like how it's like the decline of Legacy's the decline of Transformers, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Apparently, he slept. He was under a rock during Combiner Wars.
Right. Well, not only that, but this is more or less a continuation of
Siege,
the yeah.
I don't hate this.
Cybertron.
It's actually, I find this quite novel, to be honest.
I like the concept a lot of these pretender robot modes. Like they're heavily based on the shell, but the because the guy was like, "What is this robot?" It's like, did you never play with a pretender before?
That's clickbait.
Oh, I know the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, like this tank is just. I'm hoping that he's a bigger bot.
Well, the problem, this is going to be bludgeon too. You know that.
Is it deluxe?
This
Sadly.
is a Voyager.
Oh, yeah, he should be big then.
Oh wait, no, he is a deluxe. Never mind. You're right.
But he's not a core class. Iguanus was a core class.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that other guy's a core class.
Mm-hmm.
The bat-looking thing. Well, one bad.
You could make a deluxe Kit Bash off of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't hate that alt mode for a deluxe. Now that
I mean,
I'll get it.
I like the Generation Skullgrin a little better, but I don't hate this at all. I do like this a lot.
what was the Generations one?
That was
The
the
one
same
that
one that
was
was just the
Dark
dark
Mount or
mount. You
whatever
turned into a tank.
Oh
You had a
yeah.
quick pack. It was and the helmet was not a true skull. It was just shaped and painted like the skull. I thought it was really well done.
That was one of my favorite figures for a while. Before I took that display down.
Everything it was very yeah. I like that figure a lot.
Yeah, they had a lot of articulation for a bold figure too. Had an ankle pivot. I think the wrist rotated.
Mhm.
Did the fingers open?
No.
I remember it doing a lot.
That was
But he's good.
Yep, he's good.
Next up. Oh wait, that's kind of funny. His horns look like they're like meddling, like Mr. Burns.
Articulated horn.
Yeah. Point Blank. We get a better look at him.
And he's actually point blank. Thank goodness. Where did that blanker name come from? Where did they actually call him that?
I don't know. I think it was just like one of the news sites listed it.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I watched the review. He looks like he's going to be aggravating.
I hate
elbows don't go 90 degrees.
Yeah. But I do like the alt mode. I do like the alt mode.
And the way the Target Master connects. There's no port back there. It's like two little slits on both of his knees, and you got to tab it onto that, and one bump that's going to fall off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to him on the merit if it's an original mold.
Looks better than looks better than the Ironhide repaint.
Yeah,
that didn't make sense.
No.
I pre-ordered him. I think the only one I didn't pre-order was Skullgrin. I'll buy him in the store.
Then we get Crankcase. Thew is probably very happy about this. I feel like they're watching him because he was just like he made his remarks about skids. And now we have new deluxe and a masterpiece skids.
Oh,
and like,
they are watching him. They made that whole robot look like
McAdam, yeah. But
he made a tweet about it. I forgot what it said.
I mean, I like this. Actually, I like this better than Skids.
Yeah, this is a really clever reuse of the mold, like a retooling. Like I think this works really well.
I cannot unsee King Babam on his chest. You got the little mustache and the eyes.
I mean, I like the gun. I like and the fact they were able to. Now, it's like they're minute, but I love the fact he has his shoulder cannons.
Yeah,
you can't be the Trickicon without it. I'll probably make him hold that grill like a boom box.
So I am very pleased with this figure, and I said I like this better than. I'm right with you, Jedi Mindset. I'm right there with you, and that's a really neat use of the grill to be a gun like that. So that there's a lot of love put into this. The only thing I kind of wish they could have found a way of engineering the trigger to pop out in alt mode, but I'm not complaining at all because honestly, Hasbro could have just done a repaint and changed the head and called it a day. So
they could remold this into or repaint it into animated Soundwave
or Swindle.
Animated Soundwave, animated Swindle. I mean, I hope they don't, but even that could have worked as Breakdown.
I think Breakdown should be a Voyager.
Oh, Breakdown should absolutely be the bulkhead mold.
I think he will, considering that hammer that came with the Wreckers version is definitely a hint.
But if they hadn't had that there, with this coloring and everything, that looks like Breakdown, like in all the right ways.
Yeah. But knowing how the skids mold is next to bulkhead, yeah.
Right. Agreed.
So dead end.
Dead end.
I love everything from the waist up on this figure.
Yeah.
Good news, he splits in two.
That's actually true.
I wonder where they're going with these guns, like whether these guns all combine to make up Menasors.
But I mean, like the chest, the arms. I like the fact that the doors are hanging off. You know, the way the doors hang off. The face sculpt is cash money. But god dang, those legs and feet are just what happened there?
I think in hand it's going to look better. I think the photography kind of highlights what they had to do to like the concessions they had to make, and I think that's the key thing is like, what do these legs really have to do? They combine our wars in, you know, there's a panel that hides it, and then the feet are just kind of lazy because I mean, again, this guy's just going to split in two. They could have given him proper feet, but I think they just did what they did because they were getting up there on their parts count.
Let's not talking bad about him because he is kind of depressing. But look at these feet.
I mean, guys,
they aren't all that spectacular either.
Hasbro is putting theirs out before Fans Toys.
That's true.
Next.
That's a shame.
So
alt mode looks great. Alt mode looks beautiful.
Yeah. Even they didn't skimp out on any expense of the paint.
So
oh god, speaking of spare no expense, I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. I finally saw the third Jurassic World movie. Oh my god. I should have mentioned. Yeah. Well, wait. You just kind of knew better. You didn't actually see it, did you?
Hell no.
Yeah. I like a dumb fun time at the movies, but man, that hurt my brain.
My wife loves a dumb fun time. That's why she married me. But she still wouldn't see that thing.
You remember Dotson from the first movie? Like, you know, in Wayne Knight, his Dennis Nedry's like, we got Dotson over. See, nobody cares. Just that throwaway character. That was like, just he was the middleman.
Okay, yeah, the guy, yeah.
Well, they turned him into like a Tim Cook parody, and he's now running like this genetics company, and their guise is that they're you know, making a nature preserve for the dinosaurs, but really they're manufacturing these locusts that will eat all the crops except for the ones that they planted. It's like if Captain Planet and Jurassic Park just came at a crossroads, but it was also done by the people that wrote the Megalodon.
Wait, I've seen that. That plot though's been done before on something.
And the best part is when the locusts get lit on fire, they stay on fire and they cause fire to spread because that's how bugs work.
Yeah.
Well, that plot has been in everything where people want to destroy the world even though they live on the world, which
right.
doesn't make any damn sense.
And yeah, they were kind of setting up what's his name? BD
We could
Wong's
skip
character.
Starscream.
Yeah. Starscream.
We love him. We're gonna buy him.
Extra articulation.
Yada yada. He's great.
One thing
No
on the
minute
live stream, they were like, they kind of bullshit everybody a little bit. They're like, and the reason why his wing's a solid color is because his energon infused weapon is the Star Saber. And I was like, y'all can just no fans care about the energon infused weapons.
First of all, the Star Saber is puny.
Yes.
The Star Saber was a huge ass sword made out of 3 mini-cons that they actually could have reissued those 3 mini-cons, and I would have been thrilled. And he would still be able to hold them because they used a 5mm port.
Yep.
They could resell it if it's in books.
Yeah. I think the whole thing is like, had they skipped the Star Saber, they could have just given us the wing properly engineered.
Because that's like a disappointing Star Saber. I've got my Star Saber. Is it cold?
Yeah.
I think they said the wing is going to be gray as well.
I hope it's red, but
That's not even a Star Dagger. That's like a Star letter opener.
I'm doing stationary.
Well, if you're like me, you still have the original.
I've got that. I've got the Thundercracker. I've got the Ramjet.
Oh, no, I mean the Star Saber.
Oh, I got that too.
And the Energon Star Saber.
Mm-hmm. For the royalty, for the queen.
See,
one thing is weird. He has those big ass guns on the back, which is pretty much another accessory, but they barely showed that off.
Yeah.
None of the promotional pictures have him shooting.
He's got tiny little hands, though.
Hey.
Inferno, I was super happy when they showed the back of him finally, which is in none of these promo shots. Like, I couldn't tell whether you had 4, the abdomen splits open into 4, it does. And you can spin it and attach the gun to the butt.
Cool. And that head sculpt, again, is cash money.
Yeah. The articulated jaw is amazing. Well, the fact that they're articulated for both, because they could have cheaped out and not given us that jaw could have been just a solid piece, because it really doesn't open all that much or do anything for robot mode.
Ready to rock and roll, insect?
I don't rock and roll. I burn.
Such a good line. Such a good line.
And
my original trash.
I want to like this. I want to be excited for this. I'm just disappointed in it.
Well, these pictures I don't really think do it all that much justice.
And motion in the video, it didn't do that much justice. I think the legs and the legs, the dragon arms and the dragon neck and head are all skinny.
It reminds me of
don't even do anything.
Huh?
His legs don't even transform. They are the same legs in both modes.
Well, you can make them turkey legs. Like,
No, you know what I mean.
I don't know. It just looks awkward. It's too skinny.
It reminds me of the Perfect Effect one, which I like that about it. I just know that, like, you know, the way the neck's going to be engineered. I like the way they engineered the original Beast Wars one. Like, it had those 2 elastic bands in the neck.
Oh, the wings would flap.
Yeah. Yeah, the tail was posable too.
The paint is good, and I like that they showed that it has ball joints at every socket. The tail too. But my main complaint is the face. It doesn't look like it was supposed to just look like Megatron with all the armor around it. They went for like some type of extreme beast situation.
Yeah, they definitely gave him weird teeth. I feel like DNA Designs or any other company that's doing add-on kits, that face is going to be something that they're...
Yes, please.
You know.
It looks like Gigatron or the Robots in Disguise Megatron.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Another phenomenal figure, by the way.
Yeah, the way that's painted there.
That would be a leader class by today's standard.
Yeah. Wheelie, we've seen. Not much to say about
We
Wheelie.
didn't see the toilet mode. I think that Megatron could have also come with the ice breath. Two pieces
Yeah.
would have been fun. Everybody's getting ratchet
Rolling Rage.
on impulse.
Who stands like they're sitting on a horse?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, albeit the original figure didn't do that. The original figure's legs were the same legs too. I mean, I'm looking at the original one now.
Yeah, they only transformed a little bit.
But the
They
head
got
was
shorter.
it was a lot more to the dragon head, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, the neck was way wider.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the funds and you want a good Transmetal 2 Megatron, the Zhejiang one, you can't go wrong with that one. The Winged
That thing was
Dragon.
impressive as all hell. Now,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Is that
Yeah.
still under 300?
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're a Bavers fan, I'm happy for you. This is a
Yeah,
I
those
like
are really good crosshairs. I like that he finally has painted rims, because that was like going from Dark of the Moon cut paint apps, but going into Age of Extinction, man, they cut paint apps.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a zero with this one. I'm gonna buy it.
it's I don't know. The jacket effect. Yeah.
Oh, did you see the pictures that the designer did? He made it look better.
Yeah, he's got a few photo galleries of these figures, and yeah, I think this is just bad photography, and the hand gets lost, like the hand and gun get lost in the pattern here.
And it looks like the coat is stuck over his legs, like it can't move,
Yeah.
but can.
I'm with you, Princeton.
I say very much, if you like it, you win. And,
I know.
you
You know what? I'm very happy for you. Look at those look at those little ankles.
I do wish that-
Little ankles.
I do wish they gave him the. I believe he had red and blue. He had like the 3D glasses for his goggles.
I'm looking at his legs are just little ball joints.
I still like him.
Go for it.
Then we finally get a proper version of Hot Rod, because the last Hot Rod we got, which was in the last night, it was a Walmart exclusive. That was nothing more than an extensive retool of Lockdown, which
Wasn't even extensive.
yeah, it was semi-extensive. He had different legs. He had new hands, and the chest was retooled a little bit. But
Now, to be a complete total hypocrite, just as someone who likes robots, this one actually does look pretty damn cool.
So I do wish his Lamborghini mode had more paint, because this looks really lacking, especially going from that crosshairs.
The paint budget went into the engineering.
I'm guessing, because I mean, at least he has the orange he should have in the robot mode.
We have to stop the time.
Next up, Studio Series Ironhide. Nothing much to say here other than the fact that he comes with 2 guns, not 1.
Yeah. How come he comes with 2 guns, but Ratchet only came with 1?
I don't know.
The little Ratchet had 2 guns too.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna laugh my tail off if somehow Ratchet doesn't have the light bar, and it turns out they just put the wrong heads and paint job on them.
I'm getting it. Pre-ordered already.
This, hell no, hell no, hell no.
That's gonna warm the shelves. It's gonna be the
Maybe.
new Galvatron.
It's gonna be the new
I
Lando
don't know.
Caribbean.
I mean, it is
He
cool
won
artwork.
Target shelves the first time. And they had that exclusive. I actually bought it on clearance and didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, I never got that exclusive. I have the original one still.
Probably have it somewhere.
Yeah, the original one is one of the few figures from that era that I still have. I don't know why.
I bought
but-
him and what was that? The dragon from Transformers Prime that was exclusive at Target.
Oh yeah,
Predator
King. Yeah.
I don't know why I bought them. I just bought them because they were on clearance.
Yeah. So I mean, this leader class, on the topic of that Voyager, this is basically the same size. It's just modern articulation, modern engineering. Though he never had an alt mode in the movie, and
Nope.
this is somehow lazier than the original Voyager, in my opinion.
I mean, he's slightly taller.
Yeah, but I mean, in the scheme of things, he's kind
The
of.
only cool thing about this character is he was voiced by Tony Todd, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He had no purpose, no origin, no reason, the entire movie could have happened without him.
I think the reason is they heard about the Fallen, and then they figured, oh, let's do a whole Star Wars thing.
Like, Drift is popular. Let's put Drift in here and make him nothing like Drift.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're just, you know, they we should just call the Bayverse Tinos. Transformers a name only. I mean, if you look at it as its own thing, that's where I kind of learned to like it a bit more. At least the designs, because I look at them as their own thing. I like that whole organic nature, that techno-organic nature of them, and the fact that they.
Starscream was drooling. No.
I also like Beast Machines, so.
I love Beast Machines. I thought Beast Machines was a phenomenal show. I thought it was ahead of its time. Beast Machines is a hell of a lot better written than any of those movies.
Yeah, Princeton, I did see his review today. Prime versus Prime put his review up for The Fallen. I just think it's funny. I wonder if these Hasbro people, because we saw a leak of The Fallen early this week, and then the live stream popped up, and I'm wondering like if they're just like going like, oh shit, we got to get ahead of this kid, because they are beating him to the punch on a lot of these reveals.
I bet you that guy's gonna be such a floppy mess. I bet like as soon as you stand him, his ball joints will go, and that's why you give him the staff to prop him up.
I don't think he has ball joints.
Might not have ball joints.
Yeah,
or whatever the joints are for his hips. Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, I got no faith in that figure.
I'm looking for so that there. So I think on the front page here we can get to it.
Well, that test shot that PvP had didn't fall over.
Oh, look at Rumble.
Yeah. So Studio
Rumble blue.
Yeah, Rumble.
I
Rumble
didn't see the packaging.
That's pretty funny.
I love that. They did that on purpose to piss people off.
So, yeah, we get a core class Rumble with his pile drivers. This looks like a slight retool from what I can tell of the existing cassette mold.
It's all the way different. I've seen them both side by side. It's completely.
Yeah, the head's different.
The legs are totally different. Everything's different.
The arms look the same though.
They're similar, but they're different. Yeah. Like the wrist didn't fold in on the original.
Oh, that's right. So this looks good. They need to reissue. They probably will reissue that Netflix Soundwave as a Studio Series 86, or I don't know. Maybe
they need to make a new one. Holy crap! That you don't have to do nothing to make a Soundwave.
They do not need to make a new Soundwave.
I think they need to make one that actually looks like a real cassette player instead of a thing.
They had one. That was the Netflix one.
They got barely half-ass retooled. Like the legs don't even transform properly. It don't even turn into a box.
I do not need another Soundwave. I still haven't even opened another Soundwave yet.
Oh, don't buy it. Or sell the Netflix.
The legacy core class Soundwave is also getting reissued. And yes, I've been asking for a buzzsaw forever. That's why they could easily do.
Buzzsaw was in the cartoon once.
Yeah,
once.
I think it's actually
flying across the ocean. Why do I remember this shit?
Bomb
'Cause it was
burst.
such a major thing. When I heard them say Buzzsaw, I was like, wow, he's actually on here? After how many episodes?
Bomb Burst looks great.
Yeah.
This really reminds me of an old Beast Wars Basics figure. Or maybe Beast Machines.
If he has a waist rotation, this is the best core class ever.
I'm with you on that. Actually, I like how the alt mode works. I like how the sculpting is.
As ankle
Painted
pivot.
the inside of the mouth and
The
the
incorporation of the accessories. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna kink shame.
It looks like it has ankle pivot and toe tilt. I mean, foot pivot tilt.
Ankle
And a ball jointed neck.
And that waist looks like he could swivel.
If only the jaw could open, that would be icing on the cake.
Broke up with the girl with that same reason.
I'm gonna get 2 of them.
Yeah. I do wish this was a deluxe, but
that would be cool.
I wish that with the
buy a
Iguanas
bunch
too.
of them, make them like little gremlins.
I like that chest armor. That looks so nice. Actually,
Like
one of the chest armor is pretty nice too. So
I think some of these they can just throw the budget at, and then the rest of them have to be cheap. Like Rumble doesn't have elbows.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think some of them too. They're just padding it out. Like we got a reissue of the core class Optimus coming. But I think there should be evergreen figures like that. I think they should constantly be reissuing like the leader Optimus from Earthrise. Like I think you should be able to get that all the time. Bumblebee.
Sell them at Family Dollar.
And it's not a bad idea. All right, and lastly, for our Transformers reveals, we don't necessarily have reveals, but we have new listings. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one because they're kind of odd. If I can get the page to open, here we go. So we get a listing for a Bumblebee Generation Studio Series LDR reissue, which people seem to think that that's going to be maybe Grimlock, the Studio Series Leader reissue. And then there is going to be a Studio Series Deluxe Nest 1, whatever that is, but not too much other than you'll probably be finding these at Target since they're Buzzworthy Bumblebee. Comes from JT Prime 17, who typically has a good lead on these listings as far as getting accurate info. So what these are remains to be seen. Hopefully they're not reissuing Studio Series Grindor or Blackout again. But
it's Studio Series Grimlock, but the actual whatever Transformers whatever the Knights were.
yeah, they could do that, but if it's Bumblebee, if it's got to be tied into Bumblebee, because they always have to tie it in, like the or if they lazily will try and tie it in. I really think it's probably Grimlock. Like
I don't know, because RC and Cup, I don't know how they tie into Bumblebee.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
And what's his face? Silver Streak.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess now that you mentioned this Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, kind of, because I'm thinking about like how to the toy versions of Grimlock and Pterosaur tie in. So
that line is just Target's line.
It's a
Just
catch-all.
like, this is Walmart, and the headmaster was Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, because the last box set I thought worked pretty well because you had Goldbug versus all these insects. So yeah. And the last one,
they should just call it Red Card Bumblebee or something.
it's a shame they came out with red already for like the Walmart exclusive.
That was always ironic to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
the line is called Red, and they're selling it at Walmart.
Yeah. Maybe Walmart did that to like spite them and didn't realize the shitty deal they were getting.
Mm-hmm.
Kev says, breaking news, anyone still looking for a PlayStation 5, GameStop will have 3 bundles tomorrow. So, pro members get access first come, first serve. Hopefully.
And I am flat broke. Yay.
It might be spam. It
It
might be spam to some, Princeton, but Kev's got an inside track, and I know a lot of folks still looking for PS5s almost 2 years later.
Waiting for Best Buy to get them so I can finance the damn thing.
Or you can go to my Amazon link and go to my video game section and get on the waiting list.
Super Impulse, more world's smallest G1 figures. I bring this up, because these look okay. I think they're painted better than the first ones. But can we talk about this RC for a second? Because they gave her the Earthrise cop out.
What?
Yeah, they gave her backpack from Earthrise. Like, just
like
why?
The whole design looks like Earthrise.
Yeah.
Even has the knees.
It's funny to me that they, like, you can either have her on this little clear stand, or you can put her on this hunk of pink plastic. It's just like her back fell off.
Like the guy who designed that figure says, "Don't forget to put that in there. It's an essential part of the figure."
Of all the things that they could have done to like give this figure a little bit more TLC, they just were like, what's that thing? Oh, that's her signature hoverback.
Now somebody loves RC because, like, this is the first time we got Optimus, Bumblebee, and Starscream first. Now we get Megatron and Soundwave to finish those 3, but now we get RC as the 3rd Autobot.
Yeah. I don't know. She is a fairly popular Autobot. I mean,
oh yeah.
She has a gun.
Yeah. It's funny that they bothered to give her a completely black gun, but they gave Megatron this like silver telescope here.
Like, yeah, that's like Starscream had a white head. But that's a lot of paint on Soundwave.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got all the paint budget, except they painted his visor black, so he looks like Stevie Wonder. It's like he's got this Stevie Wonder.
I'm not gonna buy a single one of these, so
I won't either. I skipped on all the originals, and even that Optimus Prime, I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
I think I just wound up with these.
Yeah, you had somebody send them to you, right?
Yeah.
And lastly, in official news, but by no means leastly, we've got I don't think we've talked about this here. The 3-0 MDLX Megatron. So, yeah, this guy's gone up for pre-order on a few sites now. He hasn't gone up on Amazon or Pulse yet, but I really like the looks of this.
I am actually surprised he does not have a mace.
I'm glad.
But dang, he looks good. Well, I mean, Prime got his axe.
Yeah. I'm happy when a Prime doesn't come with an axe. I never thought it looked right.
But this, I mean, when I first saw his first pics, I thought it looked too clean. Nah, he looks just right.
Does it only have one head?
Yeah, and no other faces. So that's a point of contention for some, because like the face.
You look at the faces and you never use them.
Most don't. I tend to for Megatron. Like for Beast Wars Megatron, absolutely, he has to have his like scowl. And for my Masterpiece Megatrons, they've got the smirks.
Right. I'm just saying they only need one face. Make sure it has to be the right face, but they only need one face.
Yeah.
Starscream's got a smirk.
I have the smiling face on my Beast Megatron.
Yeah, that's the one I have, the big toothy grin.
On the other hand, though, it's adjustable for your pleasure.
I mean, that's badass. Like when you're saying like Prime's gun, you wish that it, wasn't the
Yeah, no,
size
I
it
absolutely
was.
loved it. This is good.
Yeah, that would have been a cool solution.
And you know what? I would take that in lieu of the axe. So this was done. I'm liking everything I am seeing here. I am looking absolutely.
It looked like they did that to make it look more like a gun, a handgun.
Yeah, which is smart. I mean, it pulls a lot of design aesthetics from different Megatrons, and I like that.
Go back to the full body real quick. Okay, so it's not adjustable. The barrel from his shoulder plugs into there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's modular. I like that. Okay. That makes up for the that is still technically the same accessory count. They just didn't put it with the accessories.
He's cool. Probably not gonna get it because I didn't get Optimus or Bumblebee.
Well, I'm still waiting on Amazon to get their Optimuses, but you should definitely get Bumblebee.
Yeah, I like Bumblebee. I play with that.
I think Matt is in on this one. So, all right, now we'll get into third-party news. We're talking about DNA kits earlier and these Velocitron figures, and DNA never lets good Crisis go to waste because they've got their kit for Legacy or Velocitron Scourge.
$35 though. God, it kills me. I'll probably be getting it.
Did they show it with Laser Prime?
I think there's a picture in here.
Well, they got Laser Prime with their kit. They don't have like a comparison to the two.
Yeah, I mean, having the gun and having those articulated hands is definitely a huge plus for this.
Kind of hoping they would have made the sword a better sword. They would have made him a better sword.
Yeah, though I like this option for hanging it off of his back. But I wish
no, but I would have liked to have the proper red sword.
Yeah. No, I'm there with you. They could have done it and then had him dual wielding swords.
That looks cool.
This guy's gonna be like $150 because you got to buy that. Then you're gonna have to buy the repro labels because he has a random black crotch piece. He doesn't have the windows correctly.
That's gonna be an extensive kit too. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but like I was saying to Dave before we went live, you know that Takar Tomy is gonna do like a Takar Tomy mall exclusive version in the right colors.
But you gotta admit, once you get that set up and balance it just right, that would look so good on top of on top of a shelf, on top of a Detolf, just like that as a signature piece, just like that.
That's being supported by his back, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say because those elbows are not strong.
Might need to put some extra kiki in the knee joints, though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. Next one up. This one, not too many people are going to be interested in, but it's just an upgrade kit for the premium finish Megatron. I think we covered it before for the regular Megatron, but hey,
good to go. Hopefully, it's not expensive.
A thing you can do. Lastly, for third-party stuff, we're going to go over to Fans Hobbies Facebook page, and they shared some prototype pictures of their it's their MB-20, but they don't have a name for it yet. But this is obviously Overload. It's interesting that they have like the okay, it makes sense now because it's the same ones that Naval Commander has. But yeah, interesting that they use those on probably a resin prototype. But I anticipate we're going to be getting pun intended, overload of pictures of this guy, as Fans Hobby likes to show their in-progress stuff. Oh, that you still have the Minicon effect. I forgot for a second that he did that.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was a headmaster.
That's right. Yeah, he was
I mean, he had absolutely no personality, did nothing in the show, and they showed him in robot mode once in the background. That's about it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because I know these things. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm just still. I'm guessing that Jetfire is going to be the next one they show off because you can see from the shot that he is equipped to hold Jetfire, and that's going to be one big glorious mess when, and I mean mess in a good way, when Fans Hobby gets that whole thing done because I know they can pull it off.
How did Overload work with him? I can't remember.
He became a basically over-the-shoulder cannons.
Oh, Mike Rogers says All Time Toys has the MDLX Prime.
Yeah,
Big
let me
Mac
know
Toaster
when
just got theirs in as well.
Let me know when they're free.
You got to find that one hole in the back of the warehouse.
He will just wait for the apocalypse, and then he'll be like, it'll be like an intro to like The Walking Dead, where you get the guy going through, and he's like, appears to be a scout, but he's just going through and seeing what toys people had.
I might get shot.
That would be the apocalypse.
I know they're guarding the store for some crazy reason.
Oh,
you know you're going straight to Womack's house.
Yeah, you go right to Kev's. You're like, man, he's
I
probably
definitely get shot there.
No, he ain't.
Zero would have more likely getting shot than you would.
Probably. All right. Next up, hey, if you clicked on this one, you probably had an inkling that we were going to talk about this. But the Cobra Hiss is, it's been fully funded, but the campaign is complete. They actually got 26,772 backers, which is massive. I don't know that this is the most, is this the most successful HasLab to date?
We're going to have to look at the big list.
Yeah.
I mean,
wait, can you hit HasLab right there?
Yeah, let's check. So,
I mean, I would probably say if Sentinel would have been.
Let's see. I think maybe the Proton Pack might have been up there. That was under 19.
Wow.
19.
I can't believe they sold that many Proton Packs.
Well, then you find out then you find the Proton Pack didn't have the one. Yeah.
21. 873, so it beat Sentinel.
That's insane.
I think Unicron was.
We don't talk about Unicron. That that one was.
They don't even disclose the amount. Yeah.
I think it was 17,000 or something. Last I remember.
What's Galactus at?
5,000. Let's check. So Galactus is at. Galactus beat it. 30,811 backers. So this was close to Galactus. Let's see, Star Saber 26,211. So that's really up there.
That many.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Sky Striker was 16,000. So yeah, wow, Star Saber was really, really successful. That's surprising.
Star Saber was much more successful than Reva's Saber.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think that cracked 1,500.
No.
Let's check the Razor Crest.
Like 300.
Razor Crest was up there. Razor Crest is actually 28,100.
Yeah,
Galactus right now is still the king.
Yeah.
And 2 years after the thing got destroyed.
Let's see. That's just Hero Quest. Okay, Hero Quest didn't.
Did that even ship yet?
It did ship in December. So let me go back to this. So it says
the Razor Crest.
3 million.
Was Hero Quest 3 million?
That's how much was pledged. So you'd have to divide that by 99.
Right.
To figure it out.
Okay. It's also $99 versus.
Yeah, I think that so really you could move the decimal and figure it out that way. Yeah, I guess at the time they were just doing dollar targets rather than people targets. How many did Reva? Yeah, Reva was so it didn't even crack 1500. But that was a big ask for a lightsaber.
Yes.
Especially since it didn't have the spinning mechanism. It was just kind of
And naming it after an unknown character.
Yeah. Had they
If
called it
if they had called it the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber, I bet you that sucker would have gone.
all they had to do was call it the Inquisitor saber, because I don't know that, if Matt were here, he'd correct me, but I don't know that they actually had different sabers. I think these were all kind of like Imperial issue.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They would have also had to make it do more. It didn't. I don't know if that was a stretch goal, but it was just felt like it didn't do anything. Like if it had a spinning mechanism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, that was exciting.
Yeah,
Next.
he got out there. So yeah, we'll go back to what comes with the H.I.S.S. tank. Hasbro showed off a little bit.
Hey, Roland, so do the ladies.
A little bit more of their tank retro Cobra Commander. I guess.
Oh God, I wish. I'm just. I. If it wasn't for the stupid freaking GCF circuit, I would be in this list. I am.
Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky down the road when these do ship. Somebody will want to back out for retail.
Oh, I know. I
So-
know. But still, you know how it is.
Oh yeah, it's that whole part of FOMO.
I need
Next
my
up.
serotonin, damn it.
I don't know if we talked about this one, but the She-Hulk wave pre-orders are
Well, that's the net. She's
Well,
the for the Netflix wave.
yes. So I'm off there.
I'm hearing good things about the show.
I liked it.
Yeah, T liked it.
I just
So-
heard good
It was
things about
fun.
the show.
It's fun, funny. She didn't wear that outfit yet.
At least
What
there's.
the hell are you doing, man? It sounds like
Sounds
you're
like
getting
he's
into
on
a
his phone.
gimp suit.
I was fastening it back to my tripod.
The gimp suit?
No, the phone. The CGI looks way better, and she is like really. It looks exactly like this. Like they took the 3D model from the show and made this toy. Because that face is like perfect. It looks just like that.
Cool.
All right. Next up, we're gonna be talking some Todd.
Yo.
So I hope I got the three things you wanted to talk about. So first up, we got this gold label Shazam.
Well, that's not one of the things.
So yeah, this is all we got.
People are hating on that for whatever reason.
Well, the freaking lightning bolt's flopping in the wind.
Yeah, this doesn't look very good. I mean, the paint and the texturing looks nice, but
I don't know if you could force it down because this lightning bolt isn't.
Not at that age.
I think I would rather wait for the movie versions anyway.
yeah. I mean, the head sculpt here looks nice. Looks kind of like Alex Ross inspired, but everything else looks like end of day Comic Con. Next up, we got the Arkham Wave. We finally get more pictures and a Build-A-Figure. So this is probably going to be...
I think, has to be their his most solid wave with a Build-A-Figure. I mean, I picked up the one with the Bane Build-A-Figure that was incredibly disappointing. This, though, even with the single-jointed arms, this is a good-looking Batman.
Yeah, I like the fact he doesn't have like a weird face this time around.
Penguin,
The eyes
love this.
were horrible.
Huh?
The eyes were horrible on that Batman.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only reason why I didn't buy it.
Well, I love this penguin design.
This is
She
a
looks
much better
good.
looking Catwoman, though. Her knees
Good night,
kind
Mike.
of look a little weird.
I just hope she balances.
I didn't even
high
see that.
heels.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mike. Take care. Ra's
Hey,
al
you
Ghul,
new tabby.
Ra's al Ghul looks great.
I might get that cat.
And damn.
We saw Solomon Grundy in the past. I don't think he. I think he was in the gray prototype phase, but if I remember correctly, that chest piece comes off. I mean, I'm shocked that they made him a Build-A-Figure and not a standalone release. Because I think a lot of people would have snatched this up as a standalone release, and they could have.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah.
this would be, but because of that, that's going to make this as a more desirable. I mean,
That's true.
I mean, compare this to the King Shark wave, where
Yeah.
I hate to say it, while King Shark was cool, he was not cool enough to warrant buying Polka Dot Man, a death sport without guns.
And at the same time, they told you could get King Shark on his own with the severed leg effect or the severed arm effect, whatever.
Never
it was.
saw that, by the way, in North Carolina. But
Never
this,
saw it
I mean,
here, but
I like everything with this wave. It's a good-looking Catwoman. Raish looks great. And God, whoever they're getting to do their photography, oh my God.
the thing that gets me is if these are $25 a piece or $26 a piece, that makes the Solomon. If you were like, if you add it all up, the extra $6 you're paying, makes that Solomon Grundy a really good buy.
Yeah.
So, because that would be like a $40 figure from the looks.
Possibly, because I would like, because I mean never mind. I also have, like, for example, the Merciless was the first of his Build-A-Figures, and he hasn't released that separately.
That's true.
So I hate to say
That
it.
was really early Todd stuff.
Yeah. So the Merciless. Sorry, Kevin, with with that Merciless wave, that's never been redone.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Todd's definitely
I'll do a
hard
box set down the line, but
yeah. Man, I wish I had just waited for that whole Batman Beyond set. 'Cause, man. We'll get to the last piece. I hope this is the. Well, I guess was this the news you were asking if I had
this is the
covered?
one I was interested in. more than
Okay.
anything else. What's
Because
the
I
last
was
one you got?
curious. Because there's also this. There is a 40K
40
Dark Tide Ogre Megafig.
I like 40K. I used to play 40K. I could care less about the Imperial Guard.
Fair enough. That's why I ask.
Yeah.
But it's kind of neat looking.
I mean, I loved playing Dawn of War. Dawn of War 2, phenomenal game. Dawn of War 3, horrible game. But
the only one of the games I liked was the Space Marines game, which is basically just like a Gears of War knockoff.
Dark Tide.
why is it? Dawn of War was one of the best RTSs I ever played.
Never
I
been a
think you
huge
look
RTS
cool.
guy.
I think he looks cool.
He does look cool. Just I'm not
And he
fan
could
of-
definitely be a big bruiser dude for you to make fight the turtles or somebody.
I mean, I got one of those orcs, which was, again, impressive, but yeah. The big stuff, I could feel very confident on passing on this guy.
I wish they'd give up on some of these proofs, though.
People chase them.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be chases, though, from what I can tell.
No, but
Or he could be an
Some of them
armored defense.
I had the Red Hood artist proof, and I was able to flip that one really quick. What do you mean the Marine armor? They've got like a ton of Marines. They got Ultramarines, they got Dark Angels, they got Blood Angels. Never did find any. I only got one Ultramarine.
Next up on the docket, we got more Super 7 stuff and deep cuts for their Turtles Ultimates.
Ultimate.
I really wish I was able to have the space and funds for these, because some of these are really fun. Like Genghis Frog up here. Man, this is just how I remember the toy. Except
Yeah, especially that tongue
yeah.
gun. Sentence in my life I never thought I'd say. Title of your sex tape.
But these are definitely deep cuts, with
like,
the exception of Shredder.
But I like the fact that Shredder looks anorexic.
Yes, or he kind of like has like that Tommy Lee kind of. I do too much heroin on the road body.
Yeah.
But this robot Rocksteady is neat. I guess it's supposed to be super Rocksteady.
I couldn't tell you, but
was that
it is a great. If you are a hardcore TMNT fan, it is either the best or worst thing for you right now of having all these options.
Right. Well, I mean, you toy option and tune options and movie options.
You got options. Period.
Game options.
I mean, you still have one of the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shows out there. You still got the new one coming up. You've got all these movie figures. I mean, the movie figures, that's ones I'm collecting. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. NECA's got the cartoon deep dive, and now Super 7's doing the toy deep dive. You've got nothing to complain about. They're making it. Yes, they are. Now they got the Mirage ones coming out, which
yeah, comic ones.
I mean, I was strictly going to do the movie, but with the Mirage ones, that's got me thinking.
You knew Tabby's getting Wild Rider and Knockout tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, the Shredder is super nostalgic.
I like how you get both cape options. You get the dumb cape from the toy, and then you get like a more kind of like what you imagine the cape was supposed to look like.
Did he look like that in a comic or something?
No, that was the toy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did they make the toy look like that?
Well, the worst part about the toy was they painted his eyebrows on his helmet.
Well, that, and it always bugged me that he had those shoulder pads directly on his skin.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how they're attached.
Right. Are the eyebrows on his helmet?
No, it's kind of more how it's supposed to look. I gotta like look and see if they actually were on the helmet, or if he had like his helmet was like raised. I can't remember.
No, the helmet had flesh color.
Yeah, that's what it was. Is they painted they actually continued the forehead onto the helmet.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah. Ah, that's terrible. It's just as bad. It's worse than I remembered it too.
It's worse than rose-colored glasses. Yeah, rose-colored glasses. If we remembering it being horrible through the rose-colored glasses, that tells you something.
Yeah, I remember there was a wind-up Shredder that was like way better, and I remember like that was like me replacing that toy. Also, that Shredder could not stand worth crap because he was permanently in that like weird knee bent pose with his arms out forward,
with his gut, but with like his body arched inward.
Yeah,
a ton of them couldn't stand.
Yeah, but not to the degree that was Shredder.
I hate it. I remember messing with these because my younger cousin had them, but I hated figures that were pre-posed and 5 BOA.
Yeah, that was the
that's called McFarlane's first 5 years.
Kev says
right.
The first Super 7 Shredder release. Let's see.
I mean, that looks good. That's a great pose, and again, whoever's doing their photography looks phenomenal. That's exactly what that's what I want to do.
Oh yeah, I do remember they did this. Okay. So yeah, Super 7 did do that as an alternate. So I think maybe this is homaging the second release.
Yeah, look at the belt is different.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
I mean, that's actually an imposing. I mean, that is again that picture is great. I don't know.
Not high.
Yeah, I mean, all
I
these are
don't see
cool, and again, like I said, space. I feel like the Stormtrooper homage here could maybe get Matt excited.
Yeah, if they actually do the Star Trek Playmate ones, I'll be impressed.
And then we're looping back. All right, so going from Super 7, we're going to talk about Storm Collectibles. What's going on with them? So Storm actually issued a presser that they're moving forward going to be exclusively sold at BBTS in the US, which I wonder, does that mean Amazon can't sell them at all?
Nope.
Yeah.
Because they pulled out. I posted in the group. They pulled out of Bluefin. That's the big deal. Bluefin is no longer a North American distributor. So BBTS has the exclusive rights to it for North American distribution. So if you saw them on Amazon, it's either A, someone reselling it, or B, BBTS is selling it.
Well, it could be pre-existing allocations.
Well,
Yeah.
they are on. No, Bluefin specifically said they're honoring their pre-existing allocations, but going forward. So if you like that Balrog right there, that Geese Howard right there, you ain't getting them anywhere else.
I'm not sure how I feel about this move. Like,
I think it's gonna bite them in the ass, personally.
I think it's gonna bite them in the ass. I think it's gonna bite collectors in the ass too.
Just order it through BBTS.
Well,
There you go.
I know you can just order it through BBTS, but there's a lot of shops there's a lot of people that don't even know BBTS exists.
Well,
If you want Storm Collectibles, they're gonna have to find out.
that's why they did a press release, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
That's not gonna be-
yeah.
That's not going to be an issue, and I hate to say it, if you're on Facebook, BBTS has actually been really heavy. I mean, I'm finding them on YouTube ads and everything.
That and every YouTuber advertises them.
That's true. I mean,
Not
you
every
know,
YouTuber.
Big. And,
Shartimus is a big one that does. But
and TNI and what's his face?
Dobby?
Whoosh. And Dobby.
Yeah. I mean, if Robo's going to put this on his news, here's the here's the things that I'm more worried about. Of course, BBTS just getting their shipments in general. Will they have enough space to store enough product to service all of North America? And then, of course, there's the problem of, and this is actually for Big Bad Toy Store, for some of the more niche things that they carry, like the Grappler Baki, the Keegan Ashura, the more things that not everybody knows about. Like Street Fighter, hell yeah, they'll sell that everywhere. That's why they were able to sell that in Toys R Us. Tekken, they'll sell no problem. Like that guy who's right behind Balrog in the blue armor. I have no, and I'm not Soul Bad Guy, but that guy that with the weird blue lightning armor. I have no damn idea what that franchise is.
yeah, so that's my point. Like, I was going to bring up BBTS has a finite amount of warehouse space. So for, like you were saying, niche characters, I mean, what incentive is Storm going to have to do very, very small batches if BBTS is like, hey, Mortal Kombat's popular, get us your ninjas. Street Fighter, give us a bunch of Balrogs. You know, Geese is less popular. Give us a bunch of and basically, like, are the more obscure characters going to suffer? Like, is Storm going to be like, oh yeah, we don't really have the incentive to make these because our U.S. distributor doesn't have the space?
You've got that, and of course, what happens if they sit on that inventory?
Right. And then, are they going to pass the buck along to the customers too? Because, like, okay, we're going to sell through BBTS exclusively. There's no more competition.
That's one of the biggest issues. I was buying my stuff almost all through Toyco. Andrew Yen at Toyco, phenomenal guy, great customer service. But now, I mean, he was saying I can get them, but I have to buy them through BBTS at a higher.
Yeah. I mean, and
Wow,
BBTS could easily go in and be like, hey, you know, if people can't get these elsewhere, we're going to go from like the $60, $70 to $99.99.
Well, they're already there.
Well, I mean, certain figures are
boy.
still in the $60 range, but yeah, they're getting there, especially with the amount of accessories they're putting in each box.
I mean, the big thing is you're waiting then just for BBTS to get it, because some people would get it before BBTS.
Right.
Again, Andrew Yen. I mean, you might still be able to get them from companies like Ami and other overseas senders, maybe through Amazon Japan. But
You know what? This sucks to be a storm collector.
Yeah, I just don't want it to hurt.
tell me about it.
Yeah, I just don't want it to hurt Storm's ability to get their licenses too, because like WB's probably going to put a lot of pressure on them. Second, probably Capcom.
Well, Warner Brothers with the Mortal Kombat stuff, because they pretty much they gave up on Injustice.
Yeah, and they're going to be like, hey, what are your allocations like for because they have to be getting a chunk of the money.
So if they make Striker can't have a gun.
I think, I don't think he'd be able to.
Well, Stryker hasn't been in a Mortal Kombat. Well, they are doing Mortal Kombat 3. So.
Well, they are doing it.
Yeah, he was in Mortal Kombat 2011.
He was.
And 3, because they're starting with the first Volt games.
Well, yeah, he was in 3.
Yeah. I mean, they could go with his weird Mortal Kombat Gold design. Remember that? They redesigned him where he just wasn't necessarily a cop. He had those weird tasers on his back. He looked like a dime store Johnny Cage.
Okay, Stryker. No, well, I mean,
I don't remember that.
I'll be honest though. I don't see too many people, hardcore Stryker fans, clamoring up and picketing up, saying, "Where's my Stryker?"
Go to BBTS.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's where it is. Pay your $4 for shipping.
If they can keep up,
get it in 2 weeks.
If they can do it, cool. Only time will tell. As somebody who is a Storm collectibles collector, yeah.
Go to BBTS and pre-order.
I still need to get a Chun-Li.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight's episode. So, as a reminder, next week we'll have Larkin on from Larkin's Lair, talking to us about his 3D printing, his projects, his YouTube channel. It's going to be a fun evening to hang out with him. So that's going to do it for tonight's show. As always, check the link in the description below to get to our Teespring store. Make sure you leave us a like. Smash that like button. It really helps us out. Ring that notification bell if you're subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, now's a great time to hit that subscribe button. So we will see you all here. Same Figure Action YouTube channel. And same time, 9 o'clock Eastern, next Thursday. Peace out. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
Laters!